I drove into the Gorafe Badlands with nothing but a normal car, unsure if I'd even make it. The road was rough and the landscape felt endless, and then strange things started to appear. Pine trees planted where they shouldn't exist, caves carved into the rock, bells echoed through the desert with no shepherd in sight. And when I saw the Colorados, I realized this wasn't just a desert. It was another world hidden in Spain. What if I told you that in just one day, with no 4x4 and no big budget, you could explore one of Spain's wildest deserts? I only had a free day and a normal car. At first, the road looked rough and I wondered if I should turn back. In the end, I decided to keep going and well, I just entered the Gorafe Badlands. Keep in mind that while my car is a normal car, I can only do this if the desert is dry. Dust, rocks, nothing but silence. I thought maybe this was a mistake, yet the further I drove, the stranger the landscape became. That made me push on, curious to see what was waiting ahead. Then something unexpected. Pine trees. Rows of them, planted in the middle of barren land. Who plants a forest in a desert? No signs, no answers. Instead of clarity, I found a new mystery. So, time to investigate. Let's walk into the forest and let's see what it looks like. I'm gonna show you just a little bit of it. These Aleppo pines were planted in the 20th century, part of a reforestation plan to fight erosion and stop the desert from advancing, an artificial oasis where humans tried to soften the land. Leaving the shelter of the pines, I was lifted towards the heights, where the desert revealed its boundless scale, filling me with a sense of power and connection to the earth, and a deep feeling of gratitude simply to be alive. Soon after, I discovered caves carved into the cliffs. At first glance, they looked like empty holes. However, these were once homes, and maybe something else. That moment changed how I saw the desert. Not empty at all, but filled with unknown stories. A little cave. It looks like this was dug by people. Maybe they used it for cattle. You can see here the scratching marks. These were done by the people from the area. They are called this casa cueva, which means like a cave house. Many people actually lived in this kind of places in the past. Look, you can see here hay. So maybe it's still used today for goats, maybe? And over there in the distance, I don't know if you can see, there are some caves, also like this, where people actually used to live in the past. Maybe not anymore in this area, but they for sure do in places close to this, such as Gorafe, Bacor Olivares. If you're interested to know more about this, please tell me in the comments below and maybe I can record a video showing you what it's like to stay the night in a cave. We found one more of these caves, and over there at the top you can see the chimney. That's for air circulation. Probably used for cattle as well in the past. Whoa, look at the ceiling. There is something like stucco, something like that. Yeah, definitely used for the goats even today, because you can still see all the droppings. Wow. And if you wonder why so many goats here, remember that Spain makes quite a lot of cheese. Most of them are made with goat's milk, like manchego and these other kind of things. And then came the sound of bells. A flock of sheep moved across the desert with no shepherd in sight. For a second I thought they were lost. Instead, the bells were their guide, echoing through the canyons. The silence of the desert had its own haunting music. So it turns out, like the caves we saw before, is their shelter. So it's not goats, it's sheep. Wow, look at all the sheep going there. And that's the one having the bell. And this one too. They help so they don't get lost. Our adventure continues, driving forwards towards the unknown to see what is it that we find. Finally, I reached Los Colorados, the heart of Gorafe. I expected more of the same, but with a glance the truth appeared. Vast red cliffs, deep canyons, and a world that looked more like Arizona than Spain. The desert had been hiding another planet all along. I began this trip with doubts. One day, a normal car and not much time. Still, what I found was emotions, mystery, and beauty beyond expectation. Sometimes even a single day can bring you inner peace. Sometimes we struggle to find happiness, and I believe being thankful for the things that we are able to see. For example, I can see this view here, and you can also look at it due to the magic of YouTube and your TV, and this is truly amazing. And it's moments like this that brings us happiness, and true happiness, because we can always pursue a bigger car, a bigger house, and all of these things. But all it brings is just like a very, very brief satisfaction that goes away. But these kind of things, this we can always have. Even if it's not this for you, I'm pretty sure that where you live you can find something very small, even if it's just looking at the sky and seeing the stars. Isn't that beautiful? In the end, gratitude is what grounds us. It reminds us to notice the good that is already here. And even when life feels heavy, there is always something, no matter how small, to be thankful for.